They thought they were billionaires.
In January of this year, we did 45 million.
Only in January?
Yeah.
I was shocked to read Logan Paul and KSI's Prime energy drink is unlikely to secure a rescue deal after the business collapsed owing millions. I don't think I've seen a brand fall this badly. The Australian company behind Logan Paul's Prime drink ceases trading amid an $8 million there. And that's the company that owns the majority of this brand. Logan Paul and KSI just own 20% of the company.
Prime's worldwide sales plummeting by 75%.
Because it freaking sucks.
It's been 4 years and 7 months since Prime launched, and they might not have much longer left.
Prime is in decline. You can now get Prime for only 29p.
This drink was rapidly stacking up the hundreds of millions, and at its peak was turning over $1 billion a year. They had 1.2 billion in annual sales. The owners were out here flexing their numbers like they had already won.
What the numbers?
Yeah, what numbers?
All right. Come on. Oh, God. In year one, we cleared $110 million in retail sales.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, say it. 250 million retail sales. Sorry, that was a little mistake. 110 million gross internally.
And why would they not think that they were going to be rich and billionaires? The people were literally fighting over this drink. Kids and their parents were standing in ridiculous queues. Collectors were losing their mind over the newest flavour drop. These bottles were flipping for crazy money on resale. Wakey Wines was absolutely milking it.
You gonna sign the bottle for me?
I'm overcharged for this one.
The bottle is on for £250,000.
That's what it is, straight on eBay, because you can get up to 53 quid a bottle for that stuff.
It's crazy. Even on TikTok, I'm scrolling, I'm seeing people just selling it for like £20 a bottle, and I'm like, what's going on, guys?
54 is the highest we've seen. £54 a bottle.
54.
It shattered records, sold millions of bottles, and sent the UK into absolute chaos. So what could possibly go wrong?
Prime in the UK is sold out everywhere.
The 3 years later, the hype had already gone for Prime. They thought they were billionaires, but things didn't quite work out that way. The sales had crashed hard, the Australian arm just collapsed into administration, millions in debt, and almost nothing left in the bank. Articles were calling this drink dead. A lot of people saw it coming, but the real reasons it fell aren't what most people would think.
Prime rehydration has a little bit of electrolyte in it. That's all I got about.
I'm not just going to talk about the full of this video, we're going to break down the exact mistakes that led straight into it. So January 2022, Logan and KSI dropped Prime Hydration, bright bottles, electrolytes, marketed as healthy, an alternative to a sugary junk drink that the kids were drinking, perfect for the algorithm generation. The scarcity marketed on steroids, limited drops, and a schoolyard frenzy. The brand was doing over $1 billion in sales. It briefly looked like it was eating into the Gatorade space. The valuation talk hit the billions, and they were living like the next billionaire founders. The personal brands of Logan Paul and KSI carried the entire thing.
How much does it cost to sponsor a soccer team?
It changes on each one. You have to bleep it out if I say it.
Bleep it out.
Arsenal was...
Wow.
The ROI is great on that.
Of course.
Here's what we do, bro. Maximize profits and cut costs.
What is the cost cut? Oh, you don't have to pay for ads. You guys are the ads.
Bingo.
It's the fucking Tesla model.
Yeah.
Elon never put an advertisement on TV once.
Bingo.
He is the marketing. So your whole marketing budget is you guys, and nobody can influence better than you guys can. So you save the hundreds of millions. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How much do you think Prime, just as a guess, how much do you think it'll be worth in a year's time?
So, I'd say over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion, yeah. Which is pretty nuts for a drink company that's only appeared for about 2 years. Well, it would have been 3 at the time, next year. Yeah, Prime has done very well.
The first big mistake they made was positioning it as a healthy drink. They sold it hard as a better for you option, but the energy version was packed with serious caffeine, enough that schools started banning it. Health experts pushed back, and the lawsuit started flying over caffeine levels on their newest released proper energy drink.
Because Prime is engaged in a vast advertising campaign aimed at kids, even though kids aren't supposed to drink a drink with this much caffeine.
When your core audience is kids and teens, the parents start saying no and the magic dies far. Logan Paul tried to push back on his claims, but at the time he was viewed as a scammer in that time frame.
Really, it's, is this actually causing harm? And the marketing, the nature of it is that it's specifically bringing more children into the product.
Yeah, it's becoming quite the status symbol among children, right? To have these drinks in hand. It's no longer the shoes or whatever, kids, popular around kids. It's about the drink. So this is really a fascinating conversation.
Chuck Schumer really cared. He controlled caffeine content levels at the point of purchase, just like we do with alcohol. Nothing we do with our caffeine level is extraordinary or revolutionary. 200 milligrams of caffeine, same amount of caffeine as in our competitor Celsius and Gatorade's Fast Twitch. We're very clear with our labeling on the product. One is in a can, one is in a bottle. One says energy, one says hydration. This one is 18 plus and it's marketed that way on all social media posts. This one is suitable for all ages. I have some data for you here and some printouts of visual aid. My audience on Instagram, only 10% are under the age of 18. And what's more, on Prime's page, the Drink Prime page, only 7.7% are under the age of 18.
Although this is probably a great defense in somewhere like court would have to go by analytics, we all know that most kids nowadays sign up with an over 18 profile, so nothing gets restricted. So a lot of the under 18s have profiles that says they're adults.
You know, social media is where we market. We are a social media first company. There's going to be kids under the age of 18 on there, but again, we do the best we can to differentiate the products. And on every single post and on the can, we say it's an 18 plus product. It is a problem in America, and that big brands, big corporations can control is the amount of sugar in their product. From day one, we have been a lifestyle beverage, not just for the athlete, but for people from all walks of life. And the main competitor in our space is Gatorade, who has over 50% of the market share in the United States in the sports drink category. Just to give you some facts here, one 20-ounce bottle of Gatorade has 34 grams of sugar in it. To put that in perspective, one bottle of Prime only has 2 grams of sugar in it. For those of you mathematicians out there, that means this bottle of Gatorade right here has 17 times the amount of sugar as this bottle of Prime. This is a 17x scale model of a Prime bottle. You'd have to drink a Prime bottle this big.
The second out of 3 mistakes they made was pure hype and almost zero loyalty. The brand awareness went through the roof, nearly everyone knew what Prime was, but repeat purchases were shockingly low. The best they had was around 12%. Doesn't even seem like Logan at times was enjoying it himself, it was like he was pretending to drink it.
Potentially really new or diverse new audience, new stars are going to rise out of it because they're going to be celebrated in different ways, and they're going to see spikes in viewership when X, Y, and Z.
So people bought Prime to flex it or get the latest flavor drop, then moved on. No real reason to keep coming back week in, week out like you do with most established sports drinks.
Kind of like how Prime is right now. Like everything's just growing. So I know it's not as hyped up as, you know, it was a few years ago, but as a product, you can't have something just be hyped forever. Like eventually it's got to cool down, it's got to cool off. But yeah, in the meantime, people are still just enjoying Prime and Lunchly. It's just
and the final reason, and probably the worst thing about this, is the over-reliance on the personal brand and the artificial scarcity. It went from one of the fastest growing brands to one of the fastest falling brands. And that's how it is when you're an influencer. One moment you're liked and the next minute you're not.
By the way, Logan isn't entirely at fault, but there is some blame towards Logan because he orchestrated the team, or his manager or whatever, like created the team that put out CryptoZoo. But at the end of the day, Logan Paul is human just like everyone else.
Because by early 2024, when the hype was fading, in September 2024, Logan Paul and KSI launched Lunchly with Mr. Beast. Instead of rebuilding trust, just weeks later, customers started posting allegations of moldy cheese inside the pack. Their main core brand was tanking. The UK revenue dropped 70% in 1 year, from over 110 million to roughly 33 million, and the US numbers fell hard too. The overall brand went from a 1.2 billion empire to quickly 300 million, which was good, but it carried on dropping. Clearance shelves, the discount bins, and the complete opposite of those black market bottles.
Wait, Prime Hydration? It's the beginning of the end of Prime Hydration. I'm just letting you guys know. When they're selling bottles that look like this, the sales are not doing well. Frostbite Fusion, and it's like this fucking half orange, half blue thing. Cairo and Lucan available on YouTube. It's like, what are we even doing here, bro? What happened to fucking Logan Paul and KSI? They're doing too much. This is how you know Prime sales are down. I don't need to look at any sales numbers. I could just look at this fucking, what is this? What happened to fucking red flavor? What happened to blue flavor? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
There was another wave of headlines and lawsuits too. One claimed Prime Energy contained more caffeine than it advertised, the judge threw it out. Another alleged PFAS, forever chemicals, and false healthy marketing. This one got dismissed in 2026, just recently. But Logan said they'd already done damage to the brand.
The caffeine content, and I think being a drug, I wouldn't like giving it to my kids.
People unfortunately believe it. Are there any narratives that are true? Like, I've been seeing these videos lately. It's like Prime is dead. Prime sales are down.
I see that.
It's it's on the clearance section.
Yeah, I see that.
How much of that is true?
It's completely untrue. It's completely untrue, bro. If I told you the sales we were doing, you'd be shocked. People still see the value in our product because it tastes good and it's better for you. Like I genuinely see people drinking Gatorade. I'm like, what are you doing?
Do you ever think there's other brands conspiring behind the scenes to try to like, hey, let's knock Prime down a little bit?
I will say, I found it a little odd when Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer was making a press conference about an energy drink that happened to be called Prime. It seems a little weird that the Senate Majority Leader would take time out of his day to address an up-and-coming influencer product called Prime. It is my opinion that there was some behind-the-scenes lobbying going on by big corporate giants that saw the disruption that we were causing in the market and came up with an incredibly creative way to disrupt the uptick of our brand.
Maybe some of this is true, but this is just business. We see Logan Paul standing there making fun of how bad Lunchables is, not to mention the campaign he has against Gatorade. This is just part of business and competition. And health concerns are always going to be there, predominantly operating from a kid fan base. Logan Paul said earlier in this video how Arsenal was a great return on the investment for Prime.
The ROI is great on that.
Of course.
And they ended up losing that sponsor along with many others now. So the sales and income isn't what it used to be. But not every legal battle is over. A lawsuit in Kentucky is still active, claiming the high caffeine drink was deceptive marketing to children and teenagers, and the court has ordered Logan Paul and KSI to hand over personal messages and emails. The harsh part about people not drinking this drink is the headlines around it, and the chaos is what people see, and when they do clear their names in these lawsuits, that doesn't get publicized as much, and people have said wild things like this.
When was the last time you drank Prime? Is it fair to say you didn't have Prime today?
No, man.
Have you ever had Prime?
I don't want to get the runs.
Have you ever had Prime?
No, heck no. Yeah, I tried it once when they sent it to me, and then I immediately threw up 3 times. I actually heard that nurses have stories of kids having seizures after drinking Prime, and that's a known fact. There's a class action lawsuit, allegedly, and they say they're a healthy drink. That's not good, brother. I will destroy Prime, little by little, allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly. The best word.
Yeah.
I love it.
They tried to spice things up by launching this Prime protein drink and done a bizarre marketing campaign where Logan Paul pretended to have a fight with a famous bodybuilder to market it.
It doesn't show like this.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What if we tilt it down? So check out this idea. It's a commercial disguised as a fake security footage fight. Right. We have like a dialogue about the protein shake as we're like squared up, and then Bradley, even at one point, bro, like I'll get behind you, get like a waist lock on you, and I'm like telling you about it. And
I don't know when they realize in this industry you just have to release good products. It's not all about just marketing and fun. Up until now, there's been many Prime is dead headlines. Congo Brands in Australia that own the majority of the brand, the local distributor, went into voluntary administration. Sales already halved, net losses, over 8 million in debts, cash left in tens of thousands in the bank, staff gone, and creditors circling. It says the Australian company behind the social media stars Logan Paul and KSI's Prime energy drink is unlikely to secure a rescue deal after the business collapsed owing millions. New filings show the financial woes of the Congo Brands Australia, which is actually behind the influencer brand Prime Lunchly, which was jointly found by Mr. Beast.
Prime's Australian distributor collapsed into administration with $7.92 million in debt and only $85,000 in cash left. So the question is, why did this happen to Prime?
Well, you are the internet's favorite branding expert, and I know you have some 4 components that are necessary for a brand. Why don't we kind of do an audit on Prime and see where their brand stood?
So the 4 core pillars to a good brand is a good product, a good story, a good experience, and consistency, right? And I think this is really a case study example of you got first purchase interest, but you couldn't bring somebody back.
Because they were missing that one component of a good product. Because it freaking sucked.
It really sucked.
Like it was the sweetest, most artificial piece of crap to drink, and the arrogance of success on the social and digital world, I think led them to ignore the fact that the product actually has to be good enough to get the second purchase.
Me and right now whoever's watching this video, there's drinks that me and you don't like. We see other people drink it and we think, how can you drink that? It tastes disgusting. So I think although it is a fundamental thing that people wasn't repeat buying this, I think also the marketing around it and the massive fall was due to other reasons, but many people criticized the taste. Me personally, I tried it once and didn't repeat buy it, and that was many people's opinions of it.
Yeah, well, this is what the big craze is all about, Prime. So I'm going to taste it, me, John Fury, and compare it to my son's Furosity. So let's here we go. Let's just see. Smells shocking. Disgusting. Wouldn't even put that in my mouth. I'm sorry, but that is grotesque. That ain't worth. You couldn't pay me a £5 to drink that. Forget that. Good God, that was horrible. Can we move on from that? That was rubbish. What was that? Cat's piss in a bottle? It was a cross between cat's piss, dog's piss and camel piss. Cool. Don't know what they're even over that about, but anyway, I've tried it, I said I would, so let's move on. Fury.
You think of Prime, okay, so smells a bit high. What is that flavour? It says loosely. It's like swallowing perfume. What is that? I send it to Nigella to cook her pork ribs in. Can you imagine giving that to a French sommelier with his big French conch? Yeah, it's like the sort of dregs of a sort of Gina de Campo tiramisu. You know, what to give it out of 10? Zero.
Could this brand turn things around and make something of it again? Maybe get a new backing, a new distributor? It would take a lot of marketing, and to unwind the marketing they had before is going to take more than just KSI and Logan Paul.
Well, because that was really the long tail of their followership, right? It wasn't a product for adults. Right? Like the flavor was so fake sweet. There isn't also high buyership. There was 100% brand awareness among Gen Z, but only 12% of people bought it more than once. And what I think is more interesting on the Prime story is how big of a ricochet it made within celebrities to jump into making drinks, and how much it speaks to you need to follow signal, not noise. And the product has to be great. The celebrity-backed brands that make it, like Rode, are great products with a great story, a fantastic experience, and they're ultimately consistent. And you can't be sponsoring UFC and FC Arsenal if the product is being predominantly purchased by 16 to 17-year-olds.
And then you got lawsuits. The arrogance translates into not paying attention to kids using it, and the Aussies came and sued them. So arrogance will crush you in the end if you don't have a good team around.
Logan Paul's energy is slightly changing. I think these guys thought they were billionaires. They kind of missed their exit. If they got out this brand at the right time, they could have made a significant amount of money. And now they might even end up breaking even when it comes time to sell this, or it might just go completely bust.
Talk about billion-dollar company.
Oh yeah, are you guys billionaires?
But I didn't do well in that.
Regardless, dude, like this thing is in that realm of sales capacity. Regardless, like you should all feel pretty confident that you're pretty set up.
Man, don't count your dollars till they're on the table type shit.
I don't know the day-to-day dealings of what they had, or they took out dividends or got any reward for building this company up to what it was, but it seems like there was a long-term play here. It could be a possibility they're planning to just sell up their valuation maybe 10, 15 years from now when it's a multi-billion-dollar company and they have their 20%.
You and KSI are easily billions.
No, we're not. We're paper loaded. It's paper money.
Logan, you could sell Prime tomorrow for at least $2 to $4 billion.
Here's a general rule of thumb. Everyone makes much less money than you think, and I'm going to be real with you guys.
That's facts.
The number would probably be around between 1.5 and 2, which is
1.5 billion.
Yeah.
So that's what you would make.
No.
Oh, then you get a percent of that.
Yeah.
Still insane.
I mean, bro, it's not bad.
I hate rich people.
If that's the case and they haven't really took anything out up to now, this could have been a massive mistake from both of them, because it could have hit its peak and be dropping now. And some people believe it could be 5 years before Prime no longer even exists. What people are saying on Reddit, people are still buying it. It's not over, but it's definitely struggling.
Diverse new audience, new stars are going to rise out of it because they're going to be celebrated in different ways, and they're going to see spikes in viewership when X, Y, and Z goes on.